Casey Anthony. But could they reconsider now after yesterday's stunning discovery? Richard Hornsby is the president of the Criminal Bar Association of Florida. He's live in our newsroom right now answering some of the tough questions a lot of people are asking this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Heidi.
Let's talk about the case and what's going to happen at this point. Without a body, there wasn't a real case to say the death penalty could be used. Can the state change their mind and refile at this point?
Well, the state can at any point prior to her entering a plea or a jury being impaneled make a decision to seek the death penalty. The primary benefit of them having advised Mr. Baez that they were not going to seek it was so that he does not have to, one, worry about finding mitigating information for potential sentencing, and two, for having to death qualify the jury.
With that said, could Casey make that decision today to change her plea? Let's say this is her daughter's body. Could she change her plea, plead guilty today, get that out of the way with so that they cannot change it and she would not face the death penalty?
You know, I spent most of last night researching that specific issue, and I believe that if she were to walk in prior to the state saying they are now reconsidering and going to seek the death penalty, she could enter a plea of guilty to the court, i.e. plea up to the bench, and she could argue that the death penalty is not an option in sentencing for the judge. And I think that would be fertile legal ground, but it would be probably a smart move if she knows that the death of Kaylee was specifically atrocious or cruel, or it's a lot more than what we believe it to be.
We're dealing with what-ifs here, but let's say she did want to do that. What is the likelihood that her attorney would suggest to her that that would be a good option at this point?
Mr. Baez has defied, I think, common logic in the defense of Casey from the very beginning, so I highly doubt he will do that. I think that he's probably as bewildered as what to do at this particular point as anybody else would be, but it would probably be a smart decision on his part and her part. But again, Casey drives the ship and she makes the final decision, and she may be unwilling to accept the evidence that's supposedly right there in front of her.
And certainly not a lot of time to make those decisions. Richard Hornsby, thank you for joining us this morning, and as always, thank you for your insight.